Today we're in Berlin, Germany. It's the first-person perspective in this video. This is Berlin, Germany. It's the Segway History Tour. We were there in September of 2018, long before COVID kind of changed everything. I miss the days of this where you didn't have to worry about masks and social distancing, so hopefully one day we get back to this. Right here in the video, we're getting a little bit of an instructional deal before we get started on Segways and how to ride them. My wife and I had ridden Segways in Florence, Italy, a couple of years prior to this, so we were a little bit experienced. And Segways are kind of like riding a bike. You know, after you've been on them for a few minutes, it kind of comes back to you if you've ever ridden them before. If you've never ridden them at all, they're pretty easy to learn. It only takes a couple minutes to kind of get your balance, to kind of get the feel of riding on a Segway. And then as you spend more and more time on them, you get more and more comfortable. And they're an awful lot of fun, but they do wear on your legs. Your legs will be sore after riding Segways for a while. That's kind of the one caveat. But they're a ton of fun. And so here we are. We're getting started on the history tour in Berlin from Fat Tire Tours.
What a good tour. That was amazing, right? No, I'm joking. We're not just on Tom's Segway boot camp here. No, we're on a history tour. So we're going to learn some things about Berlin today. We're going to start our tour today in Alexanderplatz, the heart of old East Berlin. Now, don't worry too much about this idea of East and West Berlin. I'll keep coming back to it. Don't forget, just leave a little bit of room around your Segways. But yeah, don't worry too much about East and West Berlin. I will keep coming back to it as we go throughout our tour today. The important things to remember: the West was controlled by the democratic capitalists, and the East was controlled by the communists, the Soviets. And there's still many examples of this East-West divide around today. I mean, Alexanderplatz is the heart of East Berlin. You know, it's the real jewel in the crown of the East German state. There's still lots of examples here in Alexanderplatz of the old Soviet lifestyle. If it's the Park Inn Hotel, you can see on the other side of the train station there. The Park Inn Hotel was built as the interstate hotel. So if any foreign visitors came to East Germany, to Berlin, they would be invited to stay. The simple reason for that is because it's 50% made of glass and 50% made of microphones. Listening devices. They say that every single room in that hotel was bugged. Of course, Mr. Ambassador, stay in our hotel, use our telephone, call Washington. If you're not so lucky to stay in the Park Inn, if you're just a normal citizen, you'd probably find yourself in these kind of communist style buildings. You know, these square, blocky apartment block style things. They're called Plattenbaus. English is like flat builds. We know them as prefabs or tower blocks. Basically, you're trying to fit the most amount of comrades for the least amount of marks, you know? Possibly the best example of Soviet architecture is the Fernsehturm, or the TV tower. Now be careful, don't make yourself too dizzy while you're looking at the TV tower there. You probably saw it on your way into the tour this morning. I see it every morning when I'm cycling to work. It helps me to remember. Yeah, the TV tower was completed in 1969. 1969 is the height of tensions in the Cold War. Now you probably know the Cold War does not see too much physical fighting, in Europe at least. Plenty of proxy wars around the world, but in Europe it's fought on propaganda, it's fought on espionage, and it's fought on one-upmanship. Constantly trying to outdo each other. And that's what the TV tower is, plain and simple. Look what we can do, look how great we are. Now the TV tower sends out TV and radio signals across the city. Really, that's exactly what it does. But metaphorically, it's a big old middle finger to West Berlin for this side. However, in 1969, all the decent engineers had already run off to the west. There was no good engineers left in the east. Everyone had run away to the west. So what they had to do is they had to sneak in engineers from Sweden, a Western capitalist country. They snuck them in through Poland to build the thing. I think it's kind of hilarious how the symbol of Soviet pride, of communist achievement, is actually built by the West on the sea. Now, we've got an action-packed day ahead of us today. We're going to go around here, we're going to go to Museum Island, see some of the older history of the city. We're going to go around to Babelplatz, where old meets new. We'll go to Checkpoint Charlie. We'll stop there and have a little coffee and talk some more about the Cold War. Then we'll see a section of the Berlin Wall, we'll see Hitler's bunker, the Holocaust Memorial, Brandenburg Gate, and finishing up at the Reichstag. So we've got loads of stuff we're going to see today. We are going to be mostly on the roads as well when we're going around here. Because we are on the roads, we will stay in single file in one line. Basically, we want to keep a nice space around us, just so in case we have to stop, we can see. So one line, so people can overtake us. When we are on the main roads, be careful, don't be using your phones or cameras on the main roads. Well, when we stop, I'll give you plenty of opportunity to take photos, and when we're not on the main roads, I think. As well, there will be some hand signals. Hand signals are very easy. Left means left, right means right. Revolution? Revolution means stop. If I throw my fist up in the air, it's not a call to arms, it's just a call to stop. I'll do it nice and early so it's obvious for the people. Yeah, that's about everything. Oh, yeah, obviously we are on the roads. Red lights mean red lights, no running red lights. Really need to go. If we do get split up by a red light, I will wait for you on the other side. Do not feel